headset hangover time. So, go ahead and hang that headset up, lock the door, and grab a drink. It's about to get real. Being in customer service, as I mentioned, a lot of people always think it's easy. It's pick up the phone, answer a few questions, call done. But in reality, behind the scenes, it's way more than that. It's an emotional roller coaster. This episode today is dedicated to my healthcare, insurance, medical, utilities. This is dedicated to you guys in those industries because we know it can be an emotional roller coaster. Dealing with customers' emotions going up and down, being from confused to sad to frustrated to angry to just all out disgruntled. You can experience all of those emotions in one call setting. So, as I mentioned, this episode is dedicated to you guys today. So, let's go ahead and dive in. And so, I'm going to go over my emotional roller coaster with dealing with customers. I was in the finance, should I say? Well, hold on, let me scratch that. I was in the mortgage industry, aka banking. I've been in the mortgage industry for about 4 years prior to me resigning. And within that 4-year time span, I have dealt with all types of customers. I've dealt with the most pleasant customers, the most sweetest customers, the most disgruntled, absurd customers. I done dealt with them all, okay? But more recently, this last year has been the worst. Life, and they're not able to handle it. However, my story comes from dealing with a customer who was far, far, far behind delinquent. Understandably, having a mortgage gives you a lot of freedom, but if you are in a position where you're not able to pay that mortgage, such as you bought that house when it was you and your spouse, you had two household income. Unfortunately, the spouse passed away, or unfortunately, it's a divorce or separation, whatever it may be. Now you're down to just a one-income household trying to tackle the bills, the mortgage, property taxes. Sometimes that is included with the mortgage. But for some homeowners, they decide to basically not escrow those things. And so there's some of the things they have to worry about. Unexpected, emergencies such as flat tires, broken appliance. All of those things can definitely hinder or basically be an obstacle to a homeowner. And so I came across a customer who was 3 years behind on the mortgage. Yeah, I said it, 3 years. Starting from COVID, pretty much. And yeah, the investor allowed them to go that far. They had a VA loan. VA is very lenient to a certain extent, especially when it was down to the COVID assistance. They were very lenient. So this customer was 3 years behind on the mortgage. Basically, he really wanted to keep the house. It was an emotional attachment to him. It was the house him and his wife brought together. Unfortunately, his wife passed away. And now he's raising the kids. And the kids loved the house. He loved the house. His wife loved the house. And so he refused to give up the house, and which is understandable. I gave him all his options pretty much when you are delinquent, but however, he was too far delinquent to even do immediate remedies such as like a repayment plan or a payment deferral or a modification. Unfortunately, he had to go through a whole workout solution, fill out an application, let someone actually review the application, reach out to the investors to see if they're willing to work, because now we're back to business as usual. I'm not sure what took so long. Life was happening. He was trying to get a job or additional jobs to basically help take care. So I'm not sure what exactly took long. But on that one call, I experienced pretty much every emotion you can think about. Honestly, we laughed a little bit. He cried. I was over there wanting to cry. It was all kind of crazy. He got upset a little bit. Honestly, he didn't get upset with me because he was trying to, maintain his composure, direct his anger correctly. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the one who put the mortgage 3 years behind, honestly. So he understood that, and I love when customers are able to understand, take a moment back, and realize we are not the problem. We are here to help you guys resolve the problem. And it would be a lot better in customer service if a lot of customers understood that we generally do not create the problem. We are just here to help fix the problem. But some people take it personal. But back to the call. So basically we experienced in every emotion on there. And so in my field, we gotta pretty much build rapport, get to know the customer, get to know what they can and cannot do, things of that nature. We probing. And so I'm asking all these different questions to try to see what would actually work out for him if he wanted to maybe exit the home gracefully. That was definitely not in the question. He already explained that he was not willing to do a short sale, deed in lieu, selling the property, none of that. He wanted to keep it. So I'm on this call really trying to figure out what the hell can I do for this man? Because he has kids. He has, he has a life. He has things that he has to take care of. But at the end of the day, I had to realize that I cannot overwhelm myself with other people's problems. I understand that I did sign up for this position, but I didn't sign up to take their problems home. And so that's where us as agents, we have to be able to disconnect at times. I say to disconnect. You cannot always take your customer problems home with you. That's why it is an emotional roller coaster. And I can only imagine for the people that are in healthcare and insurance dealing with denials, claims getting denied, claims not getting approved for certain medical procedures. Listen, I can only imagine. I hear the horror stories. I see them. I promise I do. And I just wanted to let you guys know you're not in it alone. You're not by yourself. You actually have somewhere where you can go and digress every day. And that's headset hangover, honey. So I just wanted to let you know that you do have a place that you can go to. But going back to the customer, pretty much I sat there and I rambled. I literally rambled with the customer, just trying to figure out what could we do. I asked him, hey, have you tried this? He tried that. Have you spoken to this person? He has spoken to that person. Have you called this department? He have. In the 3 years, this man has tried everything. So listen, I can only imagine. My emotions were up and down on that call. By the time I did get done with that call, that was an hour and 45-minute call. And I had to reach out to my supervisor, who then advised me to reach out to the foreclosure department, who I then had to reach out to the attorney that's holding a case to basically see if they can put the foreclosure process on hold while I work my magic and cook in the kitchen and try to see if I can reach out to HUD and the VA to see if we can come up with a solution for this gentleman. Overall, at the end of the call, as I said, it was an hour and 45 minutes, I ended up finding a solution, basically setting up a call back for the customer to follow up with the customer. Although that was not my original customer, but the fact that I took ownership, that's the things that we do when we get emotionally attached to customers. We try to take ownership beyond what we're supposed to. And so I did that. And so, as I mentioned, I was an emotional wreck by the time I got off that call. I needed a good 5 to 10 minutes. I went ahead and took my break early. My break was not scheduled to another 45 minutes. But after that call, I had to go ahead and take a break because I was exhausted, honey. I was exhausted, but I did my part. Yes, I did my part. The customer did allow me to help them exactly as I wanted to. He did what? He allowed me to help him. Yes. I helped him. We got past the emotions of being angry, frustrated, hating the company, hating to deal with different people, having to explain everything over and over. I promise you, people, we understand all of that. But in our position, we cannot just skip past all of that. We got to get to the facts. We gotta probe. We gotta verify. Some people don't even like verifying their identity. That is the worst. That is also hindering us from being able to help you. So, me as a customer service agent to another customer service agent. Friend, I know it is an emotional roller coaster. I know it is an emotional roller coaster dealing with customers. From the very beginning saying, hello, my name is, to the very end of thank you for calling, have a great day. All I ask of you is to take a moment, step back, and give yourself a break. At the end of the day, give yourself a break, because you're going to wreck your brain, you're going to wreck your mental trying to keep up with these customers and their emotions. It's impossible. So all I want you to do is take a moment, go take your smoky smoke break, like I say, or whiny wine break, whatever you need to do to get yourself through the day. That's all I ask, friend, because it is hard. I know it's hard, but you got somewhere you can come to. Headset Hangover is the place for you, friend, where you can let it all out, come back, watch it, relax, and think about what you done did in the day. So overall, today's episode, my mortgage industry, utilities, all of the above, any industry of call center customer service that you're taking, this episode is dedicated to you. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. See you later on Headset Hangover. And you're out.